Hi everybody, today I'm making carrot cake and I'm really hoping that you guys will try this recipe because it is absolutely delicious. Now it's flavorful, it's more importantly very moist, and the texture is right on. And of course the cream cheese, well, that's my favorite part and it is to die for as usual. So I'm going to show you how to do it, and I made this gluten-free, and I've also cut down on some of the fat and calories by substituting some other ingredients. And it just turned out amazing. So I'm Rockin' Robin, and I will show you how to do it and all about it right after this. So now I'm going to go over all of my secret ingredients for my delicious carrot cake right now. So here's our flour. I got this from Trader Joe's. It comes in a pink bag and it's gluten-free. So I need some of that. I've got some baking powder and baking soda, and make sure you check the bottom of your containers to make sure that they haven't expired. We'll need some salt, and over here I have my spices of cinnamon, nutmeg, and some ground ginger. That really adds a nice little punch to this recipe. We'll need some eggs. Here I've got my sugars. I'm using a combination of brown sugar and white sugar. Now I like to use the brown sugar because the addition of the molasses really makes for some nice flavor here. Here's our finely grated carrots right here. See that, how nice and light those are? I like it nice and fine like this for the texture. We'll need I'm using some very light olive oil, so it is very light in flavor. You don't really notice the olive oil taste at all, and that's healthier for you. We'll also need some unsweetened applesauce, and I have some Greek yogurt. This is 2%. Now for our cream cheese frosting, I've got some powdered sugar here. You're going to use anywhere between 2 cups and 4 cups, depending on how sweet you like it. So we'll go over that a little bit later. I've got some vanilla extract. I'm using some organic salted butter, and I'm using some Neufchatel cheese. Now that is going to save us about 1/3 in fat and calories for our cream cheese, and I tell you, you cannot taste the difference, at least not in my opinion. The first thing we want to do is preheat our oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're going to prepare our dish. So I got a 9 by 13. You can do this in 9-inch rounds if you like, or 8-inch rounds, but I'm using a 9 by 13 today. And I'm going to use some of that extra light olive oil. I'm just going to pour a little bit in my dish here. And I'm going to take some wax paper and I'm going to spread it around the inside of the dish. And then I'm going to add a little bit of some flour to that to coat the inside of the dish. So I'm going to sprinkle that in. And you just want to move it around a little bit. Now the next thing we want to do, let me mention, take your butter out of the refrigerator before you decide to make this recipe. Let it soften on the counter at room temperature for an hour or 2. Try not to use the microwave because it changes the consistency, so let it just get softened naturally. All right, now we want to take our flour, and I'm going to take all my dry ingredients here, and I'm going to add the baking soda and the baking powder to the flour. I'm going to add the salt and all of those nice spices. I'm going to put them in there, grab a whisk, and really combine those up so that everything is nicely dispersed throughout that flour. All right, now we're ready to start mixing. So I'm going to place the sugars into my mixing bowl along with the oil, and grab a spatula. We're going to start mixing away here. Now we're going to add the eggs, and I'm going to add them. As you'll notice, I'm placing them into a separate dish before I add them to my mixing bowl, just in case you get a rotten egg. So that wouldn't be too much fun. All right. So I just want to make sure that those are good. Now we'll mix all the eggs. Now we're ready to add the yogurt. and the applesauce. Give that a nice mix. Now we're just going to, I'm going to add the flour mixture. And we don't want to over mix here. And I'm just going to fold this in until it's just mixed in. We don't want to over mix this. Once the flour's mixed in, we're going to add the carrots, and we're just going to do the same with those. We're just going to fold those in. Once the carrots are nicely spread and mixed in evenly, as you can see it is now, we're just going to pour this into our baking dish. Now this is going to go in the oven, like I said, at 350 degrees, and we're going to check it at 30 minutes with the toothpick test, but it typically goes between 35 and 40. So here's our cake. I just pulled it out. I'm going to give it the toothpick test, and it comes out clean. It's been in there about 38 minutes, so that's perfect. You don't want to overcook it, or otherwise it will dry it out. So now we're ready to make our frosting. So I've got my butter in the bowl here, and I'm going to add the vanilla extract to that, and I'm just going to cream these two together first. Then we add the Neufchatel cheese to that. We'll go ahead and blend that together. Once you've got the cream cheese, I call it cream cheese because that's what it tastes like, and the butter mixed really well together, then you can start adding your powdered sugar. I have 3 cups here. Usually I like about 3. So, and I'm going to start with just a little bit at a time, a couple of heaping spoonfuls here on low speed so you don't get it in your face. So I am ready to frost this luscious cake. So here we go. I'm just going to start placing some of this wonderful frosting. Oh, I can't tell you how incredible this looks. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to dig in. So I'm just going to spread this, cover the whole thing. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cut a piece. See if I can get it out of the dish. Come on out of there. All right, here we go. Looking pretty good. So that's all there is to this, guys. I hope you'll try it. I think you're gonna love it. Wow, that looks fabulous. It's got a beautiful texture, and now for the moment of truth right here. Oh my gosh. That is a moist cake. It's still warm just a little bit. It's moist and flavorful. Just like I said, guys, you've got to try this. I'm begging you, please try this. I'm gonna eat the whole thing, the whole piece. Oh man. Really, guys, try this. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. That is so moist, so delicious. It's fabulous. You would never know that it's gluten-free, that it's lower in fat. It's not made with 100%, full-fat cream cheese. You just won't believe it. So give it a go, guys. I hope you'll enjoy it, and leave me a comment. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. I come out with new videos all the time. And share this on Facebook or Pinterest or whatever your favorite social media is. And I have one more question for you, and that is, leave me a comment. Let me know if you like healthier recipes or not. If you'd like to see more of those from me, let me know down below. All right, that's it for today, guys. I'm gonna go finish my cake. Enjoy. Have a great day.